In a world where video games are crossing the uncanny valley, delivering near photorealistic graphics, animations, and sound, experience a blast from the past that looks like it's on Dreamcast, but plays like it was designed for the Atari 2600. Balan Wonderworld. Descend into the madness that is Balan Wonderworld, a game you probably thought was called Balan Wonderland, because why not? That sounds way better. And discover a bizarre acid trip of a platformer from the father of the Sonic franchise that combines the gameplay of a 3D Kid Chameleon with the deeply cursed vibes of a failed Kickstarter. Despite being a $60 game developed by Square Enix, where you play as a child kidnapped by a Willy Wonka-esque Knights reject and forced to explore a series of nonsensical floating platform worlds to help people, I think. In a video game version of pure madness that might actually drive you insane H.P. Lovecraft style if you play it too long. Not that anyone ever will. Puzzle your way through the most confusing game since The Witness as you struggle to understand why anything was designed the way it is, featuring pressing questions such as, who are these characters? Why do they phase out when I get close to them? Why are they huge sometimes? Why are they dancing now? Why is the edge of the level warping like I'm on psychedelics? What is this giant Rube Goldberg machine and why am I throwing animals into it? Why does every world end with a musical number? Who thought any of this was a good idea? And that old classic, what am I even doing with my life? Okay, I guess technically making really bad choices is the answer to that last one. Experience the equally perplexing gameplay of Balan Wonderworld, a game where every button does the same thing, and you have to collect costumes to get exciting moves like jump and longer jump. So you can do some extremely basic platforming and collect a bunch of gems, and look for the trophies that you'll need to unlock even more of this nightmare, while occasionally stopping to do a sports minigame or QuickTime event for no real reason, until you beat the boss in 3 hits and move on to the next of the 12 worlds, where you'll do the same thing with new costumes, half of which do the same thing as the old ones. In a gameplay design where they just took a look at Mario Odyssey and said, hey, what if this was worse in literally every aspect? But if you thought that all sounded way too straightforward, imagine if it still managed to control like somehow, and some of the costumes turn their powers on and off randomly because the game is mocking you for trying to play it, I guess. Ball! Bring the mini gems you collect back to your waiting flock of Tims, then stuff them down their waiting gullet so you can swell their numbers, and force them to enter an elaborate torture device that you can watch for fun, or bring them into levels for minor advantages you will barely notice or need, making the whole collecting part of the game kind of pointless, except for the Balan statues, which you'll scour every corner of the level for to avoid the game's most punishing fate, having to replay any part of Balan Wonderworld. So strap on that pounding pig suit and put away that wallet, unless you want to see one of the worst games you can pay $60 for on a modern console, in a game that seems like it was meant for the youngest of children, that even they would find completely pointless to play. Seriously, I think Yuji Naka designed this game to punish us for making fun of Sonic for decades. And I'd do it all again! Starring 50% Hands, Vest Western, Joker-fied Cappy, Shadow the Hentai, and Indentured Servitude. Bland, what in the world? If you really need your Sonic fix, instead of buying this game, just Google your name plus the hedgehog. Ah! My eyes! Tell us what you'd like to hear in my epic voice in the comments below. This makes my Monster Hunter rise. We've got a rampage on our hands. I wouldn't read this if it weren't for my student loan debt. I like waggling my Wiimote underwater. It increases the immersion. What is a man? A miserable pile of secrets.